Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this gold soft glam look. Yes, it's the season for soft glams. I know y'all have a lot of photo shoots coming up, a lot of spring events. I'm here for this. I'm here to help you, okay? I've already done my silver soft glam and my rose gold soft glam, but today we are doing gold. Now, usually at this point in the video, I say, hey, you wanna make sure you do your eyes before your face because there's gonna be a lot of fallout. There is some fallout here, but because soft glams are using neutrals and browns, it's not as crazy as if you have like green, purple, blue underneath your eyes. However, I'm always going to say do your eyes before your face because it's just easiest for the cleanup process. And if you have that perfect base, you watch one of my base tutorials and you have the perfect base and you don't want to mess it up, go ahead and do your eyes first. But yes, if along the way you enjoyed this video, you learned something new, you like me, make sure you give this video a like down below. That helps. And also make sure to subscribe so you can stick around and see more videos like this. Thanks so much for 42,000 subscribers. We're almost at 50,000. So excited to have you all here. And let's get right into the video. Okay, so I'm starting off with the eyes already primed. I used the Beige eye primer, which I did have to cut to. I'm almost out of this primer, but I use the Beige eye primer because I really like a light base and I wanted this eyeshadow look to come out as seamless as possible. It's my favorite eyeshadow primer. However, this is a soft glam, so we'll be using brown shadows, neutral shadows, so you don't need your base to be super duper light like you would with some of my more colorful videos. So if you want to use a concealer, that's cool too. One of the questions I got on another video last night was, how do I keep the eyeshadow primer from creasing? Here's the thing, right before I start applying the shadows, I make sure I go ahead and press it down. I don't use a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I use something more stiff. This is actually the Colored Rain small ankle flat top brush. I also love just like a flat concealer brush. I don't necessarily have one in my collection right now that I can grab, but it's going to be looking just like this, flat and big. Elf makes one for like $1 or $2. So yes, I like to pat that down. Let's get into these shadows. I'm going to start off with this brush first. She doesn't have a name. But this is a medium-sized fluffy brush. So it's not the fluffiest brush we're going to use. It's not as fluffy as my big fluffy blending brush. But it's about this size. And we're going to go into the Too Faced The Natural Nudes palette. I'm going to go right into this shade Maple. I literally love these eyeshadow shades. Like MAC makes a shadow named Saddle. And then y'all know I always use these in my Jack Leo palette, my God Matte palette. This little medium brown. Love that. And I'm gonna tap it off just because I did a lot. I did a lot while I was talking. And we're gonna start at the outer corner. And we're just gonna blend that on out. And I'm gonna blend it all the way across the eye. This is a soft glam. Y'all know soft glams are so fun because you don't have to be super duper precise. This is just how we're starting out. We'll add definition with the dark shades and we'll blend it out with the light shades. So as we add on, it will start to come together. But this will just kind of be our first shade that we put down our guideline. Actually, I'm going to add just a little bit more of that brown. So I'm just repeating that same step. Starting on the outer corner, your outer corner is out where you put wing liner. So your inner corner will be the tear duct. This is your outer corner where I'm applying this. And then blending it on over. I usually like to start in the outer corner. I can't really think of a time that I started in the inner corner and blended out unless I was doing like a colorful eyeshadow look where I have to like budget space and there's different colors. But for like a soft glam or something like that, I usually just start all the way on the outside and blend all the way in. Also because I want to concentrate this brown mostly on the outside and least on the inside because that's where our gold is going to go. Okay, now we're going to go into the Colourpop Gone Matte palette, which is my favorite for neutrals right now. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics fluffy brush that still doesn't have a name. Please help me name this down below. I don't know why I'm thinking Beverly today. Beverly? I don't know. But I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to go into shade, well, this light tan shade here. and this more orange shade here. So they're basically the same shade. One's more cool, one's more warm. The reason why I can't tell you the shade names is because all of these shadows fell out and I had to put them back in. So I'm not exactly sure if they're exactly where they're supposed to be, but just know I'm going into the tan and the light tan. Also, if you don't have the same palettes that I have, I usually say this in the beginning, but I'm gonna say now, if you don't have the exact same palettes I have, that's cool. Just use the same shades that I have. So you may not have the Gone Matte palette or the Natural Nudes palette. Just use a light tan shadow. You'll be all right. Tap that off. And now I'm just going to blend right above where I added that first warm medium brown. The reason why I'm going in with these two shades right here, this light tan and the cooler light tan, really I'm using two shades because one's cool, one's warm. They're balancing each other out. But the reason why I'm going in with the tan shades is because these are my transition shades. So it's transitioning me from this brown eyeshadow that I use to the brow bone, which is up here. Up here, right underneath the brow bone, this is your brow bone, is always going to be the lightest eyeshadow shade. Whether you're doing a brown look, whether you're doing a purple look, whether you're doing a blue look, whatever look you're doing, the lightest shade is always going to be up at that brow bone. So this is the transition shade. It's transitioning us from the brow and that light brow bone that we had when we added the primer down to the brown. But yes, filming day, I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. I have now done a silver soft glam and a rose gold soft glam. I know that spring is coming up, and spring is when people are taking their graduation photos. They are doing their prom looks. They're doing their graduation looks, like for actual graduation. There's wedding season. I know I'm going to a wedding in about a month or so. So I wanted to make sure I had these soft glams here for you. Soft glams basically work for every single occasion. Let me know down below if you like silver, gold, or rose gold more. I also think I'm going to do a bronze eye. Let me know if y'all are interested. I think I'm going to do something bronze next in my soft glam neutral world. Going back in with that brown, that first brown, that medium brown. And repeating that step, just blending in that brown. Okay, now I'm going to be taking this Colourpop E23 brush, and I'm going to be going into shade Truffle from the Natural Nudes palette. Look at me. Every single video, I'm always going like this, and I never realize it till I get to editing. I'm like, stop doing that. So y'all can see exactly how I'm tapping. Welcome. Maybe I'll even do a little zoom in. Yeah. All right, I'm definitely tapping that off because I know I just got too much. And we're going to concentrate this in the outer corner. Okay. So we're going like almost halfway in. I'd say a third in. And I'm also concentrating this right on the outer corner, so down towards the lid. So once you've added that dark brown on the outer corners, fun fact, this is what's going to add that definition. I feel like this is what really brings the shape of the soft glam, you know what I mean? It doesn't just look like you added a little bit of light brown and some glitter. When you add that darkness, it's like, ooh, you have a special event today? Like, what's going on? Anyways, I'm gonna go back in with that medium brown and blend that out. Even with the soft glam, we never add an eyeshadow just once. Ever. Never ever do we just add an eyeshadow once to the eye. Even in our one eyeshadow tutorials. Never. Everything needs to be blended out. I know this may feel discouraging, like this is a point that may feel discouraging to people who are just starting out in makeup, just beginners. may feel like, oh my gosh, like, what do you mean I have to keep blending and blending and blending? I feel like I'm blending. I feel like I need to blend too much. Maybe I'm not adding it right. No, you're adding it right. Blending is, you know, a thing for all levels of makeup. And honestly, I would say those who have been doing makeup longer, those with more experience, blend more. Because they already know the deal. I already know when I add something to the eye, oh no, we're going to need to blend it a couple of times. Because I already know. Then I'm going in with that light shadow. And blending out the edges. I think it's time for gold. Today I'm going to be taking this Morphe 224 and I'm going to be going in first with our Natural Nudes palette from Too Faced and going into shade Golden Light. I really like to use a flat brush when it comes to the shimmers. They pack that punch. And I'm going to swipe this right onto the lid. Now, yesterday when what wasn't yesterday? Maybe I did this look like last week the first time. So I do the look once for TikTok and Instagram, and then I do the thumbnail, which is probably why sometimes the thumbnail has different hair, and then I do the look. I like to do it once, not on my own, but on my own, so that I know exactly what I'm doing. That just makes like explaining things easier. Y'all say I have a good way of explaining things. Thank you. And I think that also impacts it because I already kind of know exactly what I'm going for. But last time I did this about last week, and all I'm doing is just adding this. I'm adding it kind of wild. It's not a cut crease, so I'm going to go above the crease, especially on the inner corner part. But what I was saying was last week when I did this, when I got to this part, I was like, okay, this is not giving gold. So there's going to be one thing that we're going to add on top to really make it give gold. I feel like this more gives copper bronze. And like I said, I'm thinking about doing a copper or a bronze eyeshadow look. So just let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. Honestly, all it takes is really like one comment for me to be like, okay, great, fantastic. It takes one person needing something. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. I got you. Yeah. I've been telling people influencing is like a servant job. You know what I mean? It's a service job. You need help? I got you. I'm coming. You need a tutorial? I got you. Stay right there. But first I'm going to add that bronze. And then I'm going to go into this Wet n Wild Color Icon Call Me Sunshine palette. I'm going to go into this gold right here. Ooh. I feel like this is going to give me the yellow gold that I need. And I'm right. Okay, so I'm just adding that all over. I'm glad that we have the copper base because that gives it a little bit of richness. It doesn't look too just like stark yellow, you know what I mean? And it fills in the underneath so it's not sparse. Okay, now guess what we're about to do. Blend. I'm having a blast. I'm going to take this Morphe M456 and I'm going to go into that gold and a little bit of the gold from before, that bronze color, and with a soft hand I'm going to blend in this inner corner. Why are we doing this? Why are we blending a shimmer? Why are we going above the crease? This is what's going to make this look like a soft glam and not a half cut crease. Don't worry, if you want a half cut crease look, I have multiple tutorials. I'll put one up in the cards, on how to do a half cut crease. And that's going to look much more sharp. That's more of a sharp look. This is not. The softness comes from diffusing. I love the way this looks. Okay, I'm going back in with that medium brown. And I'm blending on the outer corner, but also in towards that gold. I'm going to add a little bit more gold, more of the yellow gold on top of the copper. Going in with a little bit more of the dark brown here. Since we went dark brown, we're going light brown. Lastly, I'm going to take that brush. You can take a smaller brush, but I'm just going to take the same blending brush that we've been blending that medium brown on. And I'm going to add a little bit in between the boundary of the gold and the dark brown. So we already blended vertically down all the way up. Now we're blending the gold all the way over. So this is going to give us a little bit of blend, a little bit of ombre in between the gold and that dark brown. Soft glams are so fun. Cause it's like, I'm just moving my brush around. Some tutorials I'm like, okay, I'll say it. I usually have that approach where I'm like, just playing around, just moving my brush around. Like, I'm one of those people who's like, just do it quickly and then fix it later. Like, that's my makeup style. But with soft glam, just like these boundaries, these are not boundaries. You know what I mean? These are more like suggestions. That's pretty much it for the upper eye. I'm gonna go into the waterline. And I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk per Always on a craft brush. And add that white to the waterline. Did I have some white in the waterline when I started this tutorial? Yes. But we need to refresh it because it's kind of faded. I get questions a lot about like how I get products out of the waterline. First of all, I have a waterline 101. So if you don't even know what a waterline is, it's this little meaty part right here. So now you know. But if you want to know like how I put products in there, what colors give you what type of vibe, what type of products I put in there that are like safe for the eye, go ahead and watch my waterline 101 video. But somebody had asked me like, how do you get products off the waterline? You just let it fade, man. You just let it fade. Just like I started off with white in this tutorial and now it's kind of faded and now I just added more. Just gonna let it fade. Okay. I'm quickly, wait. And you know, guys, I hope you have this agency too, where you say, wait, something needs to be fixed. I think I could blend a little bit more right here. And you just do it. You know what I mean? You just do it. Look at that. I feel like last time I even took a little bit of this white gold here. It's called Glistening Snow. It's like a white. When it comes to whites, they always have like a, especially white shimmers, it's always like an undertone. Yes. Yes. That's just adding a little bit more depth. Oh yes, it's so slight. Don't sleep on those white shades. I'm telling you, the white shimmers always have some sort of undertone. Sometimes it's silver, sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's colored, like they have a little lavender look, a little pink look. Don't sleep on those. Blending, 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 blending. Okay, so now I'm going to add lashes and clean up this under eye, and then we'll do the under eye together. Okay, so I've added faux lashes. These are the Lilly Lashes Cat Eye Flare Fierce Lashes. They're half lashes. I very much enjoyed them. If you want to know how to apply false lashes, you can check out my YouTube channel. Actually, I'll make it even easier for you. It'll come up right in the cards. If you want to know how I did anything on my base, my eyebrows, my base makeup, my blush, my anything like that, even my nude lips, I have a Makeup Fundamentals playlist with all the videos step by step for every part of my face today. Let's get into this lower lash line. I'm going to start with a little bit of that gold from the Wet n Wild palette. I'm taking my Morphe M224, just a flat brush here. And I'm going to go right underneath the inner corner. I'm not going all the way to the tear duct. We'll add something else there, but I'm going to go right underneath that. Going into that same brush, I'm going to go in with that bronzer shade. That bronze from the Too Faced palette. I'm going to go right next to it. Next, I'm going to go right into that medium shade. And then I'm going to take this Morphe M433 and go into that dark brown shade here. Reason being, I'm blending it more on this outer corner, blending it with that upper lid. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of those super light tan shades and just blend out this outer part. You can always blend out the outer portion of your outer of your lower lash line. Over here, it will get a little weird because in the eye bags, it starts getting a little twisted. But over here, you can have a little bit more fun and be a little bit more free with it. I'm gonna go in with that matte cream and place it here. I feel like the matte color opens it up and breaks up that shimmer a little bit. Okay, so here is the final look. Thanks so much for watching this Gold Soft Glam tutorial. If you want to try this out in different shades, different colors, check out my Silver Soft Glam and my Rose Gold Soft Glam tutorials. And yes, if you like this video, if you like me, you just like liking videos, I'm not judging. Go ahead and give this video a like down below and make sure that you're subscribed. Most people who will watch my videos are not subscribed. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see more videos like this and just stick around and, you know, hang out with me. Thanks so much for 42,000 subscribers. We're almost at 50, which is almost at 100,000, which is almost at 100 million. So yes, if you would like to see more looks of mine, more of me, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Raggedy Royal. Also in the shorts tab, I post way more makeup videos in that tab, so go check that tab out. You can check me out at TikTok for my summer bucket list series, which has turned into an all year round bucket list series where I try different foods, activities, challenges. I've done 75 hard, also did a YouTube video on that. Saw Beyonce live, jumped out of plane, eaten all the fast food restaurants. Recently I got a spray tan for the first time, went to go see a monster truck show, convinced my friends to do a half marathon. Lots of things. So check me out on TikTok for that. And yes, let me know down below what video you would like to see next. If you have any makeup questions, I'm here for you. And yes, thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hi everybody, it's okay.